Academia at Home, presented by Shaky.
Hello, and welcome to Academia at Home. I'm Dr. Chip Studabaker, Doctor of Economics from Cornell University. Today's lesson will be, and of course, economics. A little bit about myself. I have 3 Pomeranians, a lovely wife named Janet, and I drive a Porsche to work. Now let's get started. As you can see, as I have drawn my list price and quantity graph, I am driving my Porsche extremely fast, exponentially down the graph. Notice that at a certain point, I am propelling with enough speed to extenuate myself right through quantity, leaving poor price in the dust. Now let's get started. One of the most important concepts of economics is the law of diminishing marginal utility. Now, as you can see displayed on this graph, utility, which is basically overall happiness, is diminishing as the number of times the quantity increases. Now, I've used my marriage as an example to simplify the concept. As you can see, the number of times that I've had sex with my wife, as the quantity goes up, my overall utility has decreased. Say down here, and let's say it's 1977, when I first made love with my wife, my utility was extremely high. Now, as you can see over here, my utility has overall decreased. But don't tell Janet that. Now let's get started. As you can see, the overall quantity of diamonds right here is displayed, which is much higher than the overall quantity of diamonds demanded in Peru. The triangle represents diamonds. And as because everyone in the world enjoys diamonds, I drew it much higher than the quantity of diamonds in Peru, which is down here. Poor Peru. Now let's talk about the big thing. GDP. We can't talk about economics without talking about GDP. As you can see, China's GDP is much, much larger than the United States', which is why I drew it that way. The letters are much larger as represented because their GDP is much, much higher than the United States'. Now, China is a country continuously on the grow, and as such, they definitely deserved higher letters. Thanks for tuning in to Economics Lecture number 1 on Academia at Home. I'm Chip Studabaker. Now let's get started.